What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be discussing the 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLC. The GLC is a very popular SUV which Mercedes makes, and the current one has been on sale since 2015, and for the 2022 model year Mercedes-Benz is going to completely change the vehicle. There's going to be an all-new design both on the exterior and the interior, a bunch of new technology, as well as a bunch of new engine options, and I'm going to be covering all of that in today's video, so stay tuned. Before we jump into the information about the new GLC, I just really quickly want to say, if you guys are new around here and you enjoy videos about cars and car information, if you could hit the red subscribe button and subscribe to the channel and press the like button down below, it would really mean a lot. Thank you guys so much, but anyways, let's dive straight into this new GLC. Alright, so the very first thing that I'm going to be discussing is the design of this vehicle. I'm going to be showing you guys spy shots as well as actual renders of the vehicle. This is not the actual vehicle, but the renders are about 99% accurate to what it's actually going to look like. As you can see on the spy shots on the front of the vehicle here, a lot of it is still covered, but we still can clearly see that we're getting a brand new design on the front. We're getting a new grille as well as new headlights. Now here is a more accurate render of what that's going to look like. As you can see on the front, we'll have a cleaner, a lot sleeker and more modern design like a lot of the newer Mercedes-Benz models. As you can notice, the headlights are going to be completely redesigned and changed, and these are actually very familiar. If they look familiar, think about the new CLS, the new CLA, and a bunch of other Mercedes-Benz models which actually share these headlights. Now looking at the side profile of this vehicle, unfortunately we can't get all of the small details such as the door handles, things like that, but we do notice that this GLC is actually looking to be a little bit longer, and it has kind of a longer hood than the current generation's GLC. This shows us that the new GLC is going to be a little bit longer and a little bit wider than the current outgoing one. And this is not just an observation. Mercedes-Benz actually tells us that the new GLC is going to be a slightly larger vehicle than the past generation. On the rear of the vehicle, you will also notice an all-new design. The rear of this GLC looks very similar to that of the GLS and the GLE. The GLS was recently redesigned in 2019 and the GLE was redesigned in 2018. Both of these SUVs, both the GLE and the GLS, share a very similar design language, and now the GLC is going to be joining them and having that same rear design. We don't really have many details about the interior of this new Mercedes GLC SUV, but we can expect something a lot more modern and a lot more high-tech. Most likely something like the Mercedes GLS and the GLE interior, which is pretty much the same, and since the exterior design is going to be so similar to the GLE and the GLS, we are expecting to have kind of that big 2-screen display inside the Mercedes GLC as well for 2022. Alright, and now for the engine options of this vehicle. This car is going to have a couple different powertrains. I'm going to start off with the lowest and work up all the way to the highest. So the very first powertrain, the base model, is going to be a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4. This is going to be the base model, and above that we're likely going to have a 3-liter turbocharged inline-6, which is different than the previous generation because this is going to be replacing the previous generation's V6. Also, most, if not all, GLC variants will also feature some sort of electrification. We're either going to have a completely electric model, a hybrid model, or a plug-in hybrid model. Even the new next generation Mercedes-Benz GLC 63 will most likely contain some type of electrification or hybridization features. And then on top of the inline-6 version, the turbocharged inline-6, which we just talked about, there will be a GLC 53 AMG. The engine of this one is unknown at the moment. It might use a 4-cylinder turbocharged hybrid, just like the C classes are using, but we do have information about the GLC 63, which most likely is going to be downsized to a 4-cylinder hybrid engine instead of the V8 that we have on the current GLC 63. This is very controversial for a lot of people. I talked about this in my 2022 C-Class video as well. The new C63 AMG is actually going to also use a hybrid 4-cylinder instead of a twin-turbo V8. Looks like the GLC is going to be coming down to that same path. This is most likely happening because of the electrification revolution going on, where people are trying to make electric vehicles and more fuel-efficient vehicles, and we'll have to see how all of this plays out, bringing the 8 cylinders down to the 4 cylinders. But yeah, that concludes everything. That wraps everything up. That is all the information that I have on the new 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLC. Let me know what you guys think about this vehicle. What do you think about the design? What do you think about the engine options? And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.